Don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Get ready to take a trip down memory lane. That table can only mean one thing. We'll be showing off a game collection for Gamecom. Showing off a game collection for Gamecom, and if you want to see what failure looks like, this is what a failure looks like as I sit here this morning in my underwear. I will be showing you my Gamecom collection for the Tiger Electronic Gamecom. Look at this. And it looks actually pretty cool, and it's a good thing I actually looked to the side. These are actually a couple pieces of the collection right here. And you saw that correctly. The Gamecom takes 2 cartridges, not just one. And I've been through 2 of these systems because the screens give out. As you can see here, this one is not doing any better than the last one. Alright, so a few notable good things about this system is that it set the standards for touchscreen, I guess, because it's the first touchscreen handheld. Got the little pen right here. Years later, you would have Nintendo DS. But yeah, this is basically the first handheld that actually did that. So without any further ado, let's show off the collection. It's not that big of a library. I almost probably have half the library of games for the system. There wasn't that many games available. So let's show off what a boxed Gamecom game looks like. We have ourselves Sega Fighter Mega Mix. Now this is around the time the Sega Saturn still existed, so I guess the Game Gear kind of died off during that time. So Sega kind of was okay with putting games on the Gamecom, even though the Game Gear was actually technically better. But yeah, you have a little screenshots right here, and the screenshots actually look okay. They actually don't look bad. But then usually when you play the game, you quickly notice that the games are really bad frame rate, and they have all kinds of weird issues. And that's what a cartridge looks like inside the box. And if we pull out the manuals and all that stuff here, I never actually looked at the manuals. And the box is very flimsy, and if you look at the print quality on these boxes, to me it almost looks a little bootleg looking. It doesn't look high quality at all. And we have this red, weird looking Gamecom manual. And hopefully the inside's not like that. Everything's printed in red. I don't know what they were thinking, but everything is red. Guess they had a discount on red ink or something. It's weird. So as you can see there, that is Fighter Mega Mix, and it kind of looks almost like the Sega Saturn version, but on a portable handheld. And they kind of give it that 3D perspective, so they kind of fool you into thinking that, hey, this is going to be awesome. And they list all your characters and all that stuff here. I never really looked at this manual before, but it says defective cartridges. If you find that your Fighter Mega Mix Gamecom cartridge is damaged or non-functional, do not return the game to the store. The store will not replace the cartridge. Instead, write to us. That's probably not a good thing. I wonder how many of these cartridges have been defective, and the stores are like, oh no, we're not doing that again. I never encountered a defective Gamecom cartridge, so I'm not even sure if that's even a thing. But it looks like stores, regardless of whatever is defective or not, they did not want to take these games back because they knew that they were probably going to have trouble trying to resell it, or, you know, Alright, so let's get to the collection here. We'll start off with the obvious. I actually have another copy of Fighter Mega Mix, so let's put that right there. Got 2 copies of that. And I have a lot of games right here. So we're gonna, right off the bat, get these 2 out of the way. We got 2 copies of Lights Out, because when you buy lots, you're probably guaranteed to get a copy of this game. This game is like a bundle that came with the system. So you can bring this down a little bit so you guys can see everything. Now we have some less unexciting games right here. These games are Wheel of Fortune. Actually never played it, so I'm not sure how good this game is. Can't really say anything bad about it. And then we have Tiger Casino for the, is this thing gonna focus or what? There we go. So giving me a hard time. And if you're into racing games, he had this really bad racing game right here, Indy 500 for the Gamecom. I made a video on this one recently. It was definitely not that good of a game. It's quite interesting. And we have, which I did not realize till now, we have 2 copies of Jurassic Park Lost World. So I guess we can put that right there. And what else do we have here? My collection is not exactly that big, but there's not really that many games available. So we have 2 copies of Mortal Kombat Trilogy. My favorite Mortal Kombat game of all time somehow ended up getting on Gamecom, and very, very fearful how bad this game is compared to like the Sega Saturn version or the PlayStation version. Even the Nintendo 64 version is probably better. Alright, so the next one on the list is Batman and Robin. And this game right here, once again, it's another mediocre, not that great of a game. It's not that good. The next 2 games are probably the 2 games that I would rather play that are actually not bad. We'll start off with this one. We got Duke Nukem 3D. This game's okay. It's obviously not as good as the PC version or the console version of the game, but the game is actually for a handheld version of the game that came out in like 97 or 98. This is actually not bad. It's different, but it's actually not bad. Actually, it's playable. Then we have ourselves a copy of Resident Evil 2, and this is definitely the best game, hands down, on the Gamecom. It's actually pretty good. It's not bad. It's actually quite interesting how they were actually able to pull this off on the Gamecom, but it actually looks good and it plays not bad. So if you get a Gamecom console, this is probably at least one game on Gamecom that you can count on. And to be fair, Lights Out, the game that was bundled with the system, was actually pretty good too. And I'm willing to bet that Wheel of Fortune and Tiger Casino, those type of games, those are probably not bad either. And if I'm not mistaken, there's actually a built-in game on this system. We'll check real quick, since we have a little time. So yeah. There is a built-in solitaire game as well. So when you're playing your Gamecom, if you don't have a cartridge in the machine, if you want to play a quick game of solitaire, you can also play that. And that is, as far as I can see, my collection of Gamecom games. I don't have a lot, but there really isn't really that many games available for this system. And I will probably, if I run some more games, if the price is right, I might pick up more Gamecom games. So most of the Gamecom games are not good, but I would like to actually have a complete collection. Why not? I think the Virtual Boy and the Gamecom kind of have a close quantity of library as far as games go. There's not really that many games at all. So if you enjoyed this quick episode of Memory Lane. And if you enjoyed the Gamecom, comment down below and let me know what you think and give it a thumbs up. And now I must run to work. I have to put my pants on first.